lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jaron Reed racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rush in. Rush in. Roll, fellas. Here we go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! Here we go, here we go. 1, Omaha.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. They'll find good one here on the right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Crunch time, defense.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. 180! Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're good.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques. techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Week 10 in the NFL coming to a close tonight. Not too early to look ahead to Week 11. We've got Thursday Night Football to get us started. The Dog Pound going to be alive and barking. The first meeting of the year between the Steelers and the Browns. And since the Browns came back to Cleveland, the Steelers are 34-6-1 against their rivals. Browns trying to stem that tide. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Wilson rolling to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Green 80! 557! Good job right there, good job right there. Shoot!
On second down, Peterson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing is Wilson. And Jennings has it. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Buying time to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go read option with Wilson. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. 4th down, they're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's caught outright by Jennings. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We got 3.
They go read up. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now. 14, run it.
Now Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
11,
To throw is Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Dick.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
What?
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
We got 4.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Called in left side here by Jennings. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
it, baby. We gonna work. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It's a run by Coleman to start the 3rd quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. This one to Burr now on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jaron Reed in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On play action, it's Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
At the 36-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
14. Here we go. Whip.
They go play action now. Wilson going deep for Walker. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Delaney Walker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. That was a nice little setup there on play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9 go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st down, here's Breida. And the play goes no.